3 minutes. Two minutes.
All right, I'd like to introduce our players for tonight's championship match. On the north side of the court, we have our number 2 seeds, Roberto Maytin and Christopher Rungkat. Roberto's from Venezuela. He played for Venezuela in the Davis Cup in 2012. In 2015, he broke into the top 100 doubles rankings and has been as high as number 86. Please welcome Roberto. His partner is Christopher Rungkat from Indonesia. Christopher has spent his junior career in Europe, playing the European junior circuit, and was based in Tennis Val, which is in Valencia, Spain. He's the second Asian male player to win a junior French Open doubles title after Kei Nishikori. And he was the winner of the men's singles title at the 2017 SEA Games. Please welcome Christopher.
1 minute.
And at the south end of the court, we have our number 1 seeds, Krajicek and Jeevan Nedunchezhiyan. Austin's a 28-year-old from Tampa, Florida. His best tennis memory so far is winning the 2008 USTA Boys National Tennis Championships in Kalamazoo. He's also played in the main draw of the US Open, and he won the 2011 NCAA Doubles Championship for Texas A&M University alongside Jeevan. Please welcome Austin. His partner is Jeevan Nedunchezhiyan. Jeevan is from India. He won the doubles title with Rohan Bopana at the 2017 Arcel Chennai Open. He's also broken into the ATP Top 100 doubles rankings in 2016 and is ranked 81 after winning the historic final, which featured all 4 players from India. Please welcome Jeevan. Good luck to all our players tonight.
Good evening. Welcome to the doubles final of the AC Nielsen Pro Tennis Championship. Mike Cation with you here for...
Ladies and gentlemen, this final round match will
this
consist of 2 tie-break sets using no ad scoring,
doubles
with
to
the match
start,
tie-break to be played at once at all.
It's Krajicek, Nedunchezhiyan.
Rungkat won the toss.
Maytin, 1 and 2 seeds.
Chose
Here we
to
go.
defer.
Krajicek will serve as we're ready for play.
Ready for play, first set. Austin Krajicek to serve. Long.
Krajicek, 28 years of age, 91 in the world, 90 live, 88 with a win today, career high 3 years ago, 61. I tend to think you'll see him improve on that within the next several months.
30-15.
Looking for his 18th career challenger doubles title. Wins this year at Indian Wells and then on the grass a couple weeks ago with Jeevan in Ilkley.
$40-15. Game, Krajicek.
It's an opening hold,
Nedunchezhiyan.
and that's a big start
First
for
game.
Krajicek and Nedunchezhiyan. Krajicek was broken in his opener yesterday. They dispatched Hiltzik and Kapinski, but he suffered the break early. Also faced break chances in his opener in the second set. So nice to have that very simple little hold to get things underway. This is the prelude to the singles final. Evgeny Karlovsky and Jason Jung. But nice to have the 1 and 2 seeds on the doubles side get through. It was a singles draw that was decimated in terms
Roberto
of the
Maytin to
seeds.
serve.
Maytin, love one.
Touch.
Caught the foot of Krajicek.
15 love.
It's better than the eye.
$30 love.
18 at 29 years of age, out of Venezuela, training out of Miami. 156 in the world, 140 live, 136 with a win today. Career high for him at 86. Also, much like Krajicek
40
3
love.
years ago, he'd been troubled with some elbow issues over the last year or so. But
Yeah.
making a strong
Making
comeback
Rungkat.
here over the last several months.
1 game all, first set.
7 quarters, 4 semis into his 3rd final of the year. Remarkably, this is a 7th challenger final on the
Jeevan
year for
Nedunchezhiyan to
Jeevan
serve.
Nedunchezhiyan. He serves at 1-0.
$15 love.
He 29 years of age, out of
30
Chennai.
love.
96 in the world, 94 live, 90 with a win today. 75 the career high year and a half ago.
Left. Second serve. $30-15.
Yeah, it's been a remarkable year for him. 14 quarters, 8 semis, 7 finals, 2 titles. Dallas with Rungkat, and then Ilkley with Krajicek. Yeah, perfect little ball from Rungkat. Abbreviated swing, finding that little inside outer.
30 all.
Nedunchezhiyan and Rungkat specifically in this match, their second serves are definitely vulnerable. Rungkat, Maytin begging for a let.
40,
They
30.
might be right on that one. But it's a game point now for Jeevan Nedunchezhiyan. Tries to go over Krajicek's back shoulder,
Krajicek.
can't make it. It's 2-1.
Nedunchezhiyan.
We're on serve early. You're watching live streaming on the USTA
Krajicek,
Pro Circuit.
Nedunchezhiyan lead 2-1. First set.
It's the challenger level where you can actually find out where your game is and see how far you can go.
The ATP Challenger Tour is one of the most important levels in a tennis player's career. Challengers are the main stepping stone to the ATP World Tour, and whether a young talent looking for experience
Challenger tennis is very high-level tennis.
or a seasoned pro,
It's getting tougher and tougher in the challengers.
the ATP Challenger Tour, the perfect platform to watch and play high-quality tennis.
Love 15. $15.
28 years of age, training out of Eugene, Oregon. 102 in the world, live ranking 108, 105 with a win today.
$30-15.
Career high for him earlier this year at 96. Has really never been able to have that breakout year to this stage in his career to make that dent towards 70. Great reaction there from 18.
40-15. $40-30. Game. Maytin, Rungkat.
4 holds to get us started here. First time through the rotation.
2
There are
games
no
all.
secrets
First set.
between all 4 of these players. As we mentioned, Rungkat and Nedunchezhiyan, a couple of challenger titles together. Maytin, a pretty well-known quantity as well. Krajicek and Nedunchezhiyan yet to lose a set here on the week.
Love 15.
Wins over Kruger and Lawson, the Johnson twins, and then yesterday over Hiltzik and Kapinski.
Left. First serve.
Like that idea there from Nedunchezhiyan and Krajicek starting to throw in a couple
15
of
off.
different looks. They knew they were going to be tested a little bit more here today against the 2 seeds. So they've already mixed in a little bit more eye than they have throughout the week as a result. But it's a
30,
difficult
15.
transition for a lot of these players to make, having to go through the week dealing with a lot of singles players. And then suddenly you're in the final and you're tested against top 100 level players in Maytin and Rungkat. Slider ace for Krajicek, 2 for the team, 1 apiece.
40, 15.
Every inch of the court being played out now, and you're really starting to see the intricacies here.
40, 30.
Couple of aces for Krajicek in that game. Gets us to 3-2, middle of the first in Winnetka.
Krajicek Nedunchezhiyan lead 3 games to 2. First out.
It's the challenger level where you can actually find out where your game is and see how far you can go.
The ATP Challenger Tour is one of the most important levels in a tennis player's career. Challengers are the main stepping stone to the ATP World Tour, and whether a young talent looking for experience
Challenger tennis is very high level tennis.
or a seasoned pro,
It's getting tougher and tougher in the challengers.
the ATP Challenger Tour, the perfect platform to watch and play high-quality tennis.
Tie.
Just a gorgeous night here in Winnetka. We had rain almost throughout the entire day until about 4 o'clock or so. I was looking at the forecast last night, knew it was going to be a possibility to have rain through our final. Should stay dry. Waiting for a couple of folks
Please
to
stay available for now. Thank you.
take a seat. You will see them try to target as much as possible when Nedunchezhiyan is at the baseline. Try to pull him out towards that backhand wing. You've seen it throughout the years. He really will run around and take some extreme angles to hit forehands out there. All 4 of these guys, collegiate tennis stars here in the States. Maytin playing down at Baylor, his partner at Oregon. On the other side, Nedunchezhiyan at Washington and Krajicek, Texas A&M. Krajicek, of course, with the most collegiate success, winning an NCAA title. Yeah, we've obviously been talking a lot over the last few days about college tennis as a stepping stone. Of course, with Isner and Anderson at Wimbledon. Here this week, we've had a ton of collegiate stars through the quarters, semis. including Jason Jung from Michigan. The difficult ball. Krajicek just didn't make that decision fast enough.
40,
Couldn't make
50.
it fast enough. Right back into his body all of a sudden.
Maytin, Rungkat. 3 games all.
3
First
all.
set.
Still looking for the first break chance of the day. These are the moments you think about. The 7th game.
Thank you.
Worst balls you're going to have on the night.
Left. First serve.
Thanks. Regular? Yes? Yes.
Nedunchezhiyan puts a
Law
lot of
50.
pressure on himself when he gets trapped back there at the baseline, and he's going to try to be threatening as much as possible because he's seen Maytin and Rungkat sneak in.
$50.
Hi. Yes? Yes.
15-30.
Yeah, so here's the look, right? At 15-30 in his last as well. That's what you're looking for. So he's gone slider wide to Rungkat twice in a row. Got 1 free point,
30
1
all.
easy finish for his partner at the net. Miscommunication there from 2 players.
40,
very
30.
talented who just haven't played too much together. Really unfortunate for them to have it come at that type of a moment. Three straight serves to that ad side, just going slider.
Balls, please.
Once again, Nedunchezhiyan gets himself out of some trouble. 4-3, ball change coming in Winnetka.
First set.
It's the challenger level where you can actually find out where your game is and see how far you can go.
The ATP Challenger Tour is one of the most important levels in a tennis player's career. Challengers are the main stepping stone to the ATP World Tour, and whether a young talent looking for experience
Challenger tennis is very high level tennis.
or a seasoned pro,
It's getting tougher and tougher in the challengers.
the ATP Challenger Tour, the perfect platform to watch and play high-quality tennis.
Mike Cation with you here tonight. Mark Bay will be joining us a little bit later. He had the task of warming up Jason Jung for the singles.
Song.
He's trying to get that done. Once again, it is a huge crowd tonight. They continue to file in. It's Rungkat serving 3-4.
Seats quickly, please, ladies and gentlemen. Players are ready. Thank you. $15 left. 30 love.
Very few times where
30-15.
Krajicek and Nedunchezhiyan have really gotten into return games either here today. They were able to have a little look on Rungkat's serve last. And they are able to get into it here. So Rungkat, all 4 serves here in this service game have gone T.
Forty, 30.
Nedunchezhiyan a little bit disappointed with himself, couldn't quite get under that lob to threaten Maytin.
4 games all, first set.
So yeah, the looks have just not come. No break chances as of yet. We're at 4-all.
Love. Let's first serve.
As you would expect in a match like this, the big issue going to be second serve and return points on second serves. Right now, neither team really giving up too many looks. 75% serve percentage for Krajicek and Nedunchezhiyan. 71% for Maytin Rungkat. Looks in a row there from Maytin Rungkat. Both had ground strokes but weren't able to threaten. At least have to issue a test there. To love for Krajicek, 5-4. Maytin Rungkat will serve from behind the rest of the way. Set number 1 of the AC Nielsen Pro Tennis Championship.
First set.
It's the challenger level where you can actually find out where your game is and see how far you can go.
The ATP Challenger Tour is one of the most important levels in a tennis player's career. Challengers are the main stepping stone to the ATP World Tour, and whether a young talent looking for experience
Challenger tennis is very high level tennis.
or a seasoned pro,
It's getting tougher and tougher in the challengers.
the ATP Challenger Tour, the perfect platform to watch and play high-quality tennis.
Maytin Rungkat, their path to this final, it's
Fine.
not been an easy one. 2 match tie breaks they've survived. One over Thomas Jeevan beating Darian King in the opener 11-9, and then yesterday 15-13 over Erigone and Giron. Good lob. Yep. Ironically, their easiest victory, I should say, was over Christopher Eubanks and Donald Young, probably their
Love 15.
most difficult matchup of those 3. Great serve. That was actually the first deficit that Maytin
15
had
all.
faced on the day. You've got so many serves from Maytin Rungkat, just aggressively targeting backhands.
Thirty, 15. Forty, 15.
Floats and finds it. Rungkat,
40, 30.
he was being told by Maytin to go for it.
Left. First serve.
So really, this is the best opportunity of the day. 40-30, a second serve for Krajicek to look at. Wow. Oh, it doesn't get it up. All of that work.
Maytin Rungkat.
What a point. Just great depth from Nedunchezhiyan, just continuously creating it.
5 games all.
Couldn't
First set.
quite keep it up. It's 5-all. Great job there by Maytin, by the way, just continuing to squeeze.
Yes, yes.
15 love.
Yes, yes.
15 all.
He's had 2 of them.
I? Yes? No? Yes.
really disappointed with himself. Again, these second serve looks, you have to take advantage of them
30-15.
in this type of a match.
So yes, yes.
Nedunchezhiyan continues to struggle. He's the one missing the first serves. As a team, they're down
40-15.
below 60% now. That being said, it's a game point. The seconds have been effective.
Forty 30.
Yeah, still managed to escape. Kind of a shaky service game from Jeevan Nedunchezhiyan.
Nedunchezhiyan lead, 6
Still no
games
break
to ball.
chances.
First set.
See if we can force the breaker here next.
It's the challenger level where you can actually find out where your game is and see how far you can go.
The ATP Challenger Tour is one of the most important levels in a tennis player's career. Challengers are the main stepping stone to the ATP World Tour, and whether a young talent looking for experience
Challenger tennis is very high level tennis.
or a seasoned pro,
It's getting tougher and tougher in the challengers.
the ATP Challenger Tour, the perfect platform to watch and play high-quality tennis.
Brad, our chair umpire, was asked to put away his umbrella. He's doing a little bit of housework there to make sure that the sight lines are intact
Done.
for this incredible crowd. As always, Saturday night final. It is really close to perfect. Rungkat 5-6.
Fifteen love. Thirty love. 30 love.
Truly, I think both teams are just extremely disappointed with not being able to take advantage of the seconds that they've had here tonight. I think the crowd reacting to the football just because of what happened in the men's final at Wimbledon today. Yeah, it was well long.
40 love.
My Twitter timeline blew up when that happened today. Points for the breaker. Yeah, you've earned it.
Making Rungkat.
Tie break to decide set number 1.
6 games all. First set, tie break. One zero. Krajicek, Nedunchezhiyan.
Thanks, guys.
Rungkat,
One
despite being
all.
the regular formation, decides to squeeze just a little bit there. Might be time for Krajicek to go a little aggressive after one of the, especially on a second if he wants to take one into the alley. So he's going to squeeze the middle again. But essentially what they're doing is just
2-1.
daring
Maytin, Rungkat.
Nedunchezhiyan and Krajicek to take backhands into the alley. That's the first major volley error out of Nedunchezhiyan, just leaves that floating. So here's your mini break.
3-1. Maytin, Rungkat.
Not surprisingly. Top of a second serve. Return winner. Now, it took a while,
4-1.
but then you get two
Maytin,
opportunities on
Rungkat.
seconds, and there it is, 4-1. That's essentially, you'd think, the difference in the set.
Balls down this way, please. Thanks.
Oh boy, that's a mistake from Rungkat. That return was sailing long.
4-2. Maytin, Rungkat.
But a little bit tight
Balls
to the
this
body.
way, please.
Felt he couldn't get out of the way. 4-2. So one back.
Keep two. Keep two.
Big spot for Nedunchezhiyan, isn't it? Great lob. Yeah. A lot of
4-3.
options with that
Maytin,
forehand in the
Rungkat.
corner. And the pull over the back shoulder gets us back level. Serve percentages continue to fall
4-all.
for these two teams. Now Maytin Rungkat down to 63. That first serve makes it 60% for Krajicek Nedunchezhiyan. Frame to
5-4.
return,
Maytin, Rungkat.
wreaking havoc. Just out of position and a little uncomfortable. 5-4, the mini break for Maytin and Rungkat. Maytin serving for the set.
6-4. Maytin, Rungkat. Red ball's good.
An overrule there from Brad in the chair seals the first set for Maytin and Rungkat. What a way to finish as well.
Game in first set, Maytin, Rungkat.
The two seeds
7-6.
take set number one. Second set when we return live streaming on the USTA Pro Circuit.
Just
It's the challenger level where you can actually find out where your game is and see how far you can go.
The ATP Challenger Tour is one of the most important levels in a tennis player's career. Challengers are the main stepping stone to the ATP World Tour, and whether a young talent looking for experience
Challenger tennis is very high level tennis.
or a seasoned pro,
It's getting tougher and tougher in the challengers.
the ATP Challenger Tour, the perfect platform to watch and play high-quality tennis.
score date from center court. First set, Maytin, Rungkat. 7-6, 4 in the tiebreak.
At 4 breaker.
So we have balls to the left. Left. Maytin and Rungkat. Correct. They just moved them. I'm watching. That's what I'm talking about. Whatever it takes, right? Three games, Ken? Wonderful. Hey, welcome back, by the way. Welcome back. Been over hanging out on the sideline, though. Unbelievable, I know. Yeah,
Temperatures in the low 70s. Light breeze. Light clouds. We've had some interesting finals here in terms of weather. We, of course, had that epic Samdev Devarman over Daniel Wynn in a third set tiebreak that lasted, I don't even want to count how many hours, moved indoors. After trying to play it outdoors for, I think we tried for about 3 hours to be outdoors, but couldn't quite get there. No problem with that tonight.
Second set, Roberto Maytin, the second.
Roberto Maytin serves to start the second.
15
single
all.
break point in set number 1.
$30 love. $30-15.
That's a great lob from Maytin, and Krajicek puts it right into the body.
30 all.
Yeah, the first key here is just making more and more tests, I think, for Krajicek and Nedunchezhiyan. And I tend to think you'll see a few more chip lob returns out of Nedunchezhiyan as a result. He is getting just pinned down on that backhand wing. That's a really good return again. This whole game has been good from Austin Krajicek. So here's the first break chance of the day. It will be Krajicek to take it. Testy reflex stuff there from Nedunchezhiyan, but
Second set.
can't quite find the break, so we remain on serve here into the second. Coming up still tonight, Evgeny Karlovsky and Jason Jung. Both guys relatively easy through their semifinal matches yesterday. Jung 2-2 over Altamirano. Karlovsky 4-2 over Dane Kelly. It's been a tournament of surprises on the singles side. Not so much here on the doubles side. That's well done. Maytin, as soon as he saw it, just, oh, sorry, he says to Christopher Rungkat. Again, that potent forehand from Nedunchezhiyan.
Step back for me.
$30 love. Let. First serve.
Third ace for Austin Krajicek on the night.
40 love.
And a 40 love, and then Nedunchezhiyan just squeeze in the middle. Does allow Rungkat.
15.
ton of room in the alley. What a body serve.
Game. Krajicek
Slides
and
into
Nedunchezhiyan.
Roberto Maytin. 1-all.
1 game all. Second
See
set.
if Krajicek and Nedunchezhiyan can continue to build some momentum out of their last return game.
Love.
Almost every body serve into Nedunchezhiyan turns into a forehand. Great feet. All that singles experience over the years, he's the one probably with the best ground strokes from the baseline in this matchup. Rungkat apologizing to folks in the crowd. That's the second time he's almost injured someone tonight. Rungkat, one of the most polite players on tour, actually apologizes to his partners after missing a first serve. It's a great return. Can't be much better than that, just barely clearing the net.
30 all.
So for the second straight game, Krajicek and Nedunchezhiyan with a glimpse. Yeah, just sitting and waiting on it. Just a redirect, doesn't even make a single motion on that swing. First time we've had 2 break chances in a game. Krajicek will get the first look. What a volley from Roberto Maytin. Break saver. Krajicek is going to take this one as well. And Krajicek telling his partner to play up. Oh, just a miss from Christopher Rungkat. The first break goes to Nedunchezhiyan and Krajicek. They lead 2-1 in the second.
First set, Maytin, Rungkat.
It's the challenger level where you can actually find out where your game is and see how far you can go.
The ATP Challenger Tour is one of the most important levels in a tennis player's career. Challengers are the main stepping stone to the ATP World Tour, and whether a young talent looking for experience,
Challenger tennis is very high-level tennis.
or a seasoned pro,
It's getting tougher and tougher in the challengers.
the ATP Challenger Tour, the perfect platform to watch and play high-quality tennis.
Certainly built in that first game of this set. And you saw Nedunchezhiyan mixing in a couple of lob returns. So a little bit of variety and just making and asking some more questions. And now they've got a break 2-1. New balls as well here for Nedunchezhiyan. That's the opportunity they want. Rungkat, that's one where he has to be looking to move forward there just a little bit earlier. Getting pinned at the baseline. Maytin was able to sneak in. Rungkat, not so much. I think this is a little bit of a carryover effect here for Rungkat. 2 misses, just pretty simple backhand for him. And yeah, actually the shadow swing he took there was not a backhand. It was the same volley that he missed 3 points ago. Yeah, it's impossible to overstate how difficult that first volley is for Krajicek there. It did actually clip the net ever so slightly. The perfect return rather from Maytin. Oh. Gets one back. Does Christopher Rungkat. Goes extreme with the angle.
30-all.
They are looking for their first break chance of the night.
Forty, 30.
That was actually, I think, the best return game of the night for Rungkat and Maytin. 2 returns that just clipped the net.
Second set.
A return winner for Rungkat. Still not able to get the break chance, though. Consolidation for Krajicek, Nedunchezhiyan 3-1. But certainly something to build on here.
Ah! 15 love. Ah! 30 love. Ah! 40 love.
As quick as it can get. 3-2 holds it up for Maytin and Winnetka.
Krajicek Nedunchezhiyan lead 3 games to 2. Second set. First set. Maytin Rungkat.
It's the challenger level where you can actually find out where your game is and see how far you can go.
The ATP Challenger Tour is one of the most important levels in a tennis player's career. Challengers are the main stepping stone to the ATP World Tour, and whether a young talent looking for experience
Challenger tennis is very high level tennis.
or a seasoned pro,
It's getting tougher and tougher in the challengers.
the ATP Challenger Tour, the perfect platform to watch and play high-quality tennis.
Underneath the table or something. Yeah, you can do that too and have that. All right.
Quick little factoid, you know, we mentioned the Wimbledon men's doubles final a little bit earlier. I'd actually forgotten about this until just a little while ago. Michael Venus and Jack Sock met in the Wimbledon finals today. They met in the doubles final here back in 2013. Venus playing with Yuki Bombry at the time. They were a 10-8 match tiebreak winner over Jack Sock and Somdev Devarman. 5 years ago. Both have done pretty well for themselves.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, take one step back. Yeah, he can't see through you. So. A little bit more. A little bit more.
Left. First serve.
It's a really tough spot there for Nedunchezhiyan. Couldn't quite gather whether that ball was going to miss long off of Maytin's racket. Just felt he had to take that risk. On the double side of things, really, so much of it is calculated risk. Crushed from Christopher Rungkat.
Love 30.
Pair of return winners in the last couple of return games for him. Huge hole for Krajicek to dig out of here. Oh man, what a mistake there from Nedunchezhiyan. Carry on effect from maybe that first volley he had in this game. 4 break chances. Maytin Rungkat their first of the night.
Fifteen 40.
That's a big miss from Maytin just to sit that up for Nedunchezhiyan.
30 40. Game. Maytin Rungkat.
His first double fault of the day.
Foul, please.
Huge one. 3 all.
3 games all.
Back
Second set.
level here in Winnetka. Make sure Krajicek is all right first, then off of the foot and into the face. I know the feeling, my friend.
Love. Love.
Talk about it every once in a while, the hangover effect of a rough moment, a rough point. And this is personified, isn't it? Can't really have too much of a hangover in doubles. Just moves so fast with the scoring. Hold to 4-3 back on serve. Middle of the second at the AC Nielsen Pro Tennis Championship.
Rungkat lead, 4 games to 3, second set, and 1 set to love.
It's the challenger level where you can actually find out where your game is and see how far you can go.
The ATP Challenger Tour is one of the most important levels in a tennis player's career. Challengers are the main stepping stone to the ATP World Tour, and whether a young talent looking for experience,
Challenger tennis is very high level tennis.
or a seasoned pro,
It's getting tougher and tougher in the challengers.
the ATP Challenger Tour, the perfect platform to watch and play high-quality tennis.
Mike C. Tennis, where you can find me on Twitter.
Time.
Some of the past singles champions here: Sam Querrey, Rajiv Ram, James Blake, John Patrick Smith, Sock, Kudla, DeVarman. Todd Martin was a runner-up twice after playing at Northwestern just up the road. Max Mirny, Kevin Anderson. Francis Tiafoe a couple years ago lost to Yoshi Nishioka. Thought that was going to be the opportunity for him to finally get his title. That'll miss well long, but you look on the double side of things.
30 love.
Pete Sampras, a runner-up on the double side. Byron Black, Wayne Arthurs, Mark Pecci. Max Mirny lost here in 1999.
Love.
Some really good names over the years. Rajiv Ram as well. Game points.
$40-15. Krajicek,
Almost knew that Nedunchezhiyan was going to take it there. Obviously, with Krajicek essentially off the court,
4 games all.
he was going to dare Rungkat to take that backhand line. Hard to really change direction with that much of a slider action. 4-all now.
Dutch. Love 15. $15 all.
Yeah, it's well done. Really waited a different return position there from Nedunchezhiyan.
15-30.
and made Rungkat declare early. Well done. That's a really good blocker return out of Krajicek. And a good decision from Nedunchezhiyan to squeeze the middle. Just too good for Maytin. Two in a row there of Jeevan. Nedunchezhiyan inside out on that return. Two break chances now for Krajicek.
30-40.
Nedunchezhiyan. Set up, and Krajicek, thundering roar as he moves forward and finishes into the feet. They will serve for the set when we return to Winnetka.
Lead 5 games to 4. Second set, first set, 18 Rungkat.
It's the challenger level where you can actually find out where your game is and see how far you can go.
The ATP Challenger Tour is one of the most important levels in a tennis player's career. Challengers are the main stepping stone to the ATP World Tour, and whether a young talent looking for experience,
Challenger tennis is very high level tennis.
or a seasoned pro,
It's getting tougher and tougher in the challengers.
the ATP Challenger Tour, the perfect platform to watch and play high-quality tennis.
Back behind me, Jason Jung is
Time.
actually relaxing a little bit with his girlfriend. He's trying to teach her how to juggle. That is about as relaxed as you can get before playing in a challenger final. He's coming up next against Evgeny Karlovsky. Krajicek serving for the set 5-4.
Fifteen love.
That was a good service. Skids through
30
the
love.
service line. They will dare Rungkat to take that shot. Week
40
in,
love.
week out, set points. We're headed to a match tiebreak to decide the doubles title at the AC Nielsen Pro Tennis Championship.
6 games to 4. 1 set off. Ladies and gentlemen, after the set break, we'll play a 10-point match tiebreak to decide the match.
It's the challenger level where you can actually find out where your game is and see how far you can go.
The ATP Challenger Tour is one of the most important levels in a tennis player's career. Challengers are the main stepping stone to the ATP World Tour, and whether a young talent looking for experience,
Challenger tennis is very high level tennis.
or a seasoned pro,
It's getting tougher and tougher in the challengers.
the ATP Challenger Tour, the perfect platform to watch and play high-quality tennis.
It's a special edition. Thank you.
Year in, year out, 27th year now. Amazing crowds here in Winnetka.
Match tiebreak.
And it's a match
Roberto Maytin
tiebreak to decide it. Maytin will serve to start it. So often in these match tiebreak situations, it's just about mistakes, who can avoid them, and just take care of business. As well as serve percentage always seems to be a factor.
One all.
Yes, well done. The angle there. Again, you think about the fact that this is a third straight challenger final for these two.
2-1. Krajicek, Nedunchezhiyan.
So they've played in some high pressure moments here over the last several weeks, including on top of that qualifying for Wimbledon a couple weeks ago. So you'd think that they're really ready to handle this type of pressure. Leaping, Jeevan Nedunchezhiyan gets us to 3-1. What a return from Austin Krajicek
3-1. Krajicek,
to the
Nedunchezhiyan.
feet. Oh boy, that's
I didn't see it out. I didn't see it. No, nobody called it out.
Three-2. Krajicek, Nedunchezhiyan.
that's a terrible one. That's not even remotely close. Wow. Oh, at a big spot too. My goodness.
Four-two. Krajicek, Nedunchezhiyan.
4-2 at the turn.
Austin, is that your towel down there? Do you want? Okay.
Those are massive points. Because very easily you could have had a carryover
5-2.
effect.
Krajicek, Nedunchezhiyan. 5-3. Krajicek, Nedunchezhiyan.
Forehand returns out of Nedunchezhiyan and Krajicek. That's been the biggest strength they've had. Second set on.
6-3. Krajicek,
Get
Nedunchezhiyan.
at the mini break, they certainly deserved a little bit earlier. Seven, 3.
7-3. Krajicek, Nedunchezhiyan.
If nothing else, that call got
8-3.
Nedunchezhiyan and Krajicek
Nedunchezhiyan.
absolutely emotionally 100%. And maybe that might have been the spark that really pushed them over the edge. 8-4 at the turn.
8-4. Krajicek, Nedunchezhiyan.
Again, coming up, Karlovsky and Jung. The juggling has stopped for Jung now, just some stretchy bands. He'll be ready to go. One more for Rungkat. A little bit of movement there from Nedunchezhiyan.
9-4.
Right as Rungkat
Krajicek,
was taking a
Nedunchezhiyan.
look, about to hit the second serve, just scooted over into the alley, really got in Rungkat's head there. So the double brings up 5 championship points. Good return.
Nine, 5. Krajicek, Nedunchezhiyan.
Back up. Two, keep going. One more.
Set a match.
Your winners of the
Krajicek,
AC Nielsen Pro Tennis
Nedunchezhiyan.
Championship, Austin Krajicek and Jeevan Nedunchezhiyan, 10-5 in a match tiebreak.
2 sets to 1, 6-7.
A second
Score
title
10-5.
for them in 4 tournaments. What a week, and really what a match. So competitive and tight throughout. Krajicek, Nedunchezhiyan, your champions. We're going to have our trophy presentation here. Looks like it'll be relatively quick. They're going to bring on the table the trophies. I think we're going to go right into it here.
Ladies and gentlemen, a great doubles match. And Christopher and Roberto are willing to say a couple words. Christopher, your comment, please.
First of all, I would like to congratulate Jeevan and Austin. This is really good for the last couple of weeks, and I'm really hoping for the best for them. And also, I would like to thank my partner and my good friend Roberto. And also, I would like This is my second time in Winnetka, and I'm really looking forward to come again next year. And also, I would like to thank the tournament director, Linda, that has been giving me a very good hospitality this week and also last year. So I'm wishing the best for her. And also, I would like to thank to Irene and Tom. They've been watching us from last year, actually. It's been a good family for me this week. So hopefully, even though I lost, they would want to host me again next year. And so I don't have much to say. So once again, thank you very much, guys. Yeah, first, congrats to the winner. They deserve it. They played really well. Thanks, Chris, for this amazing week. I learned a lot from you, and I hope we can play next tournament soon. Thanks, Jeevan and Stone, for this housing. You guys are like my family. Thank you very much. Also, I want to thank all the tournament directors, the referee, umpire, the ball kids, the crowd. This is one of the best challenges in the tour, so thank you very much, and come back next year for sure.
Thank you. We hope to have you back. Okay, over here to our winners. Austin.
Yeah, first I want to say thank you very much to everyone that came out. You guys are an awesome crowd, like Chris said. It really makes it fun for us to play in this atmosphere. So I love coming back every year. I want to say thanks to Jeevan as well for playing. Been playing some good tennis, and hopefully we keep it going this summer. Also, great match to Chris and Roberto. You guys really had us. I mean, format is so tricky, you can go either way. I'm sure we'll get many more chances to play, and I'm looking forward to that. It was a really fun match. Also, thanks so much to the tournament staff. Linda, Beth did an amazing job, really make it special for us, and also my girlfriend Misha for coming. And although, yeah, and Tucker didn't make it tonight, but but no, thanks so much to both kids as well. The referees did a great job. You guys do a really good job all week, and it really does make it one of the best challenges of the year. So thank you very much.
Yeah, first of all, I want to congratulate Chris and Roberto for playing a really good week. You guys were playing really well in the first set, and good match would have gone either way, like Austin said. It's going to be great to have these battles with you guys in the future. And I also want to thank my housing, Peter, Bob, and Kelly. You guys have been amazing, having me over for the last 2 years now. So last year didn't go that great, but I'm happy with the way it went this year. I gotta thank Austin also for playing with me. It's been a few weeks together now. This is our 4th tournament together, and I'm hoping that we can continue this type of form through the summer, like he said. It's a great tournament. Beth, Linda, everyone who's involved with the tournament. It's a great atmosphere to play in front of you guys. That is the reason why we come and play this tournament. So you guys make it really special for us. Thank you. Okay, before I hand it over to our tournament director, just a brief history. In 1984, Linda Goodman started as the tournament director of this tournament, and the tournament was here from 84 to 2000. In 2000, the lead sponsor was drcoop.com, and when he went bankrupt with the rest of the NASDAQ high-flying.com world, the tournament disappeared from 2000 to 2005. I was a sponsor before 2000, as was Breedeman, Alexis, who's still a sponsor, Michael Sachs, Jim Mabey, Rob Lamphere, they're still sponsors today. In 2005, I asked Linda, how can we bring the tournament back? She said, sign USTA contracts. So in 2006, it became the Martin Partners tournament for 1 year. And then John Lewis of Nielsen brought Nielsen in. And thanks to Chris Morley, he's continued the Nielsen tradition of lead sponsorship. So let's hear it for Chris Morley and Nielsen. And so without further ado, I'd like to bring out our tournament director who has been running this tournament, and as you hear from all the players, it's the best challenger in the country. So with that, Linda Goodman.
Okay, I have a long list of thank yous, so please be patient. It definitely takes run this tournament. One of the things I'd like to do is to read the names of the sponsors. I know that it's a very long list, and I'd really like to mention them all. We mention them every now and then. It takes just a few minutes, but to let you know how many sponsors, including Nielsen. It took 22 sponsors to make this tournament happen. So thank you to all of you. Aldine, Freedom, Lexus, and Glenview, as they're driving all the players around in your cars. Eastfield Secured, Martin Partners, United States Tennis Association, the A.C. Nielsen family, the Buckelbeck and Dillon families, CIBC Private Wealth Management, Harrison Street Real Estate, Rob and Linda Lanphier, John and Libby Lewis, Mars Wrigley, Jim and Kay Mabey, Midtown, OCA Ventures, RSR Partners, Renaissance Chicago North Shore, the Robitaille family, Michael and Noel Sachs, SG2, Village of Western Springs, the Lewis Wilson Jeff family, and the Winship Capital Management, a division of Raymond James. I'll get in trouble. And I did mention, and Ted mentioned, a wonderful person who came forward from Nielsen, so I'd like to see if maybe Mr. Chris Morley would come down. I think he's over there. Thank you very much. After thanking the sponsors and thank the USTA, and they sent their wonderful representative Keith Crossland from the USTA, tournament supervisor. I don't know where he is, but over here. I'd like to thank the wonderful, hardworking, in the heat, no matter what ball kids. Thank you very much. We also have the reputation of having the best ball kids, not only on the Challenger circuit, but on many circuits, and that's thanks to one man dressed up over in the corner hiding, Mark Day. And the umpires have a lot of choices of where they go this week because there's a lot going on, and we would like to thank Linda Henshaw and all of the umpires who chose to come to Winnetka. And just in case those of you that have not been here earlier this week, we are streaming live internationally, and the Village of Winnetka came forward, and we were able to put the Winnetka on the tennis courts, which is not an easy task, both monetarily, but it also has blues and reds as well. So I think it looks great, and I think it's a wonderful thing for us in the village to be proud of. I would like to thank Pat Fagasi with the Winnetka Park District. I'm sure he is tired of us for this one. Here. And then we get to the main thing, the reason this tournament happens, the volunteers. I'd first like to invite Beth Robitaille, who is a sponsor. Need I say where to come down first? Thank you. And while she's making her way down, I'd like to thank Scott Goodman, Stuart Allen, who came from DC to give us a hand here. Two other very important people, if they would stand, Alex Maestra and Marta, would you please stand? We had a very strong team in the back of 4. Now, we also had fabulous day coordinators. If you are a day coordinator or a volunteer for this tournament, I wish you would stand up. If you're already standing, wave your hand. Because we have probably 160 volunteers this week. So thank you very, very much. Okay, I'm almost finished, I promise. I'll talk for a second. Okay, now we have people that have house players. We also have, in addition to being a great tournament, the reputation of having probably the best housing in all of the tournaments. So, how many of you house players? It's quite a few. And all of the housing is arranged by one of our amazing sponsors as well, and that would be Laura Eggeter. If you can stand, Laura.
All right, Our singles final will be coming up in about 15 or 20 minutes. We'll rejoin you then, live streaming on the UST8 Pro Circuit.
So Jack's off.